Well, this is my Leatherman TTI. As you can see, it is made out of a titanium frame, which I gotta admit, it's pretty strong. I've done all kinds of things to this gizmo, and it just keeps taking it. It comes with an S30V steel blade. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got S30V written right there. Let's see if I can't zoom in. Right there, S30V. And I have chipped it already, but I use it like crazy. I've cut all kinds of things, stuff you really shouldn't be cutting with a knife. That's its plain edge blade. There's its saw. I've cut limbs up to, believe it or not, 4.5, 5 inches, even though that's longer than the length of the saw, but you can start cutting around it, you know, going around it like so. And it cuts pretty well, cuts great. Holds up real well. There's its gutting hook. This thing's pretty useful. I've cut a lot of hay bales with it. A lot of the straps go around hay bales. I haven't used it to tear the skin on any animals or fish, but I imagine it would. It's pretty sharp, cuts plastic real well when you hook it in. Make a little nozzle and you can hook it in and kind of take things out of the wrapper, which works pretty great, or undo a hay bale. Or plus the serration blade, this thing will cut near anything when it's sharp. Mine's gotten dull over time, but it's held up pretty well. I gotta admit, there's not really any other knife I could say that holds up that well. And then it's got the file. Obviously, we're still on the saw. Gotta rotate it. Here's the file. It's fine. Works real well for metal. I actually sharpened my machete with this on site when I forgot to sharpen it before I left. Cut things out of fence or just file anything. Here's the rougher side. It works real well for softer materials like wood, but you can grind metal things on there if they're coarse enough. You can get them knocked down to where it won't hurt you too much. That's alright. That works pretty well. Open it up. I put these pliers through all kinds of pain, all kinds of good stuff. But see, this works real great. I've done it with a lot of water faucets, believe it or not, with that turn around. I have dented the wire cutters, which I didn't think that, you know, that would happen, but I was cutting 14 gauge wire with it, and it dented them right down in the edge there, so it wouldn't really quite cut at that spot. But all in all, I gotta be honest with you, anything short of like a channel lock, it was probably dent. Those channel locks, the ISO numbers, they're pretty hard. And it comes with this wedgie gizmo. Believe it or not, off the top of my head, I don't remember what it's for. I use it to open paint cans because it's slanted. You can see how it's got the slant in it right there, and it works great for that. Of course, it locks open. Here's the release for everything that locks open. Then after that, you got, well, I'll just open it up. It'll be easier to get this second tool out of there. This is what's left of my ag glass screwdriver. It really didn't hold up that much. I don't even know what broke it. I never used it, never pulled it out, but somehow I managed to break it. I gotta be honest with you. That's a little peculiar to me. It is replaceable. You can order these. They're not expensive. And they slide right in. They're under a spring retention, so I mean, they're not that bad place. Now these are crazy useful. These scissors, so I gotta release the lock. Set the thing back in. Nope. Drop the camera. That looks good. Drop the camera, but we're back on track now. Get the scissors out. Now these scissors cut darn near anything you can put them in. They're spring loaded. They're great. They're more useful than whatever that scissors would be useful for on a pocket knife. Better than the ones I've seen on Swiss Army knives. It's got a built-in ruler. It's on both sides. You can slide it together and get a good measurement out of it. It's pretty nice. Here is the bottle opener slash P38 style can opener. This thing comes in pretty handy because since you usually carry a multi-tool with you almost everywhere you go, it's real nice to have a bottle opener with you. If you're like me, you like to drink the occasional beer. Or more than the occasional beer. I'm just kidding, but kind of. But that thing's pretty useful. It's pretty sharp right there. It's for cutting open cans, that sharp edge. And then here's what the great part about this particular tool is. That's the screwdriver. You can take that out, turn it to a flathead. But even better than that, it comes with several of the attachments. Now you would think to yourself, why wouldn't this thing be full? Why would they keep these 4 slots open? I don't know. I'm guessing if you have to order more heads, more specific heads, it would be nice to have room in the holder that fits in your case. But really, to be honest with you, I'd rather than just put 4 more different heads in there. But it comes with an assortment. As you can tell, each one is, you can flip upside down and get the other part out of there. And it slides right in here. Just pull it out. And then obviously I keep the standard average flathead and Phillips head screwdriver bit in there. Saves me on more than every once in a while. So I always forget a screwdriver and need one. But you can turn it in there and then you can really torque it pretty well. You can tighten them down with these. That takes out any slop and reinforces it a little bit. Of course it makes it stiffer if you tighten it down too much, so you can't really just fling it open. But it's alright. It's better to be useful than it is to be funny. Or flingable, I guess. Alright, now there's the case it came with. Really can't say that much about this case is useful. I've had this thing for about 2 years now, and this case is just tearing itself up. You can see there's all kinds of good stuff. It's Velcro. But I guess it's holding up. I'd rather have a leather one, to be honest with you, but I think it's essential to carry all the extra heads, so I keep this one. It is strappable to a belt. Believe it or not, you can slide some under there, between here and here, like if you want to strap it to a molly vest, that would be pretty useful. It is molly capable, believe it or not. And it would be an excellent addition to any hunting equipment. But that is my Leatherman Charge TTI. You can see it in its greatness, I guess. Really, it is the best multi-tool I've ever run across, and I've played with a bunch, ranging from $8 to $180, and this one was close to about $120, but it is the titanium model, and you know, if nothing else, if it wasn't structurally more sound, at least you can still brag about it because it is made of titanium. But hey, it is titanium, so it is more structurally sound, so you win on both cases. But thank you for watching, and subscribe to my channel, and I will making videos interviewing interesting things that I run across in life. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time.